with me? Who's with me?
This might look like a Renaissance fair, but it's not. This is the Society for Creative Anachronism, or SCA. And this skirmish isn't for show. The Scadians, as they're called, are fighting in the Penzic War, an annual battle that pits kingdom against kingdom for territorial control. At this year's war, more than 10,000 people from across the world set up camp over 110 acres. For 2 weeks every summer, entire families adopt imaginary identities and immerse themselves in the Middle Ages.
We're covering basically from Rome to the death of Elizabeth. We don't all focus on one period.
There are some modern-day modifications. Behold, ye old internet cafe. Lo, her trusty steed. But the Scadians are serious about replicating the past, even if it requires, as their name suggests, a little creative anachronism. Putting things together that don't quite fit.
So it's a throne, a plywood throne, with a camp potty in it.
So this whole idea started back in 1966 when a bunch of sci-fi fans and history buffs got together to stage a medieval battle in someone's backyard. What began 48 years ago with a couple dozen people has now grown into this.
You study something and you learn about it, but you truly don't grasp it until you put on the clothes.
You feel like you get the right sense now?
Yes.
But sort of like without the whole bubonic plague.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And what drew people in 50 years ago still brings them in today.
Whacking at my friends with sticks. And quite a few pretty girls involved too.
But it wasn't all battles and bloodlust back then, and it isn't here. Scadians gather to dance, to sing, and to learn new skills.
In Sanskrit, that final vowel is pronounced.
And even if they don't translate to modern life, they'll hone those skills year-round back home.
What I'm trying to do is that simple.
Yeah, man.
For most, this is way more than just a hobby.
The SCA has gotten me through some hellish periods in my life. They're my family, they're my friends.
Even among friends, there is a hierarchy.
I dub you once.
This is how Scadians see the world, divided into 19 kingdoms, each with its own king and queen who actually won their thrones in battle. So we're here to meet the royal family of Ethelmark, which is the kingdom that includes a large part of Pennsylvania, including where we are now. Shall we?
My lady, are you ready?
I am.
Absolutely. Let's go.
There's a lot of pomp and circumstance, ceremony and festivity, but in the end, most people are here for one reason.
How many people do you think do this because they get to fight?
Everybody out there.
You know the saying, when in Rome, squeeze into someone else's sweaty armor and grab a sword.
That feels heavy and metal. That's how that feels.
All kidding aside, these swords are no joke.
I call this the Widowmaker.
The Widowmaker.
I call this I'm tired and I need a water break.
This is how it should look. And few here wield that weapon better than Arthur Donadio from North Carolina, also known as Duke Kuin, three-time king from Atlantia.
It's a lot of fun, but it can also be very intense, especially when you're just starting, because there's a bunch of hurry up and wait. The sides line up across the field from each other, and they count down. It's 10 minutes, 5 minutes, and that 5 minutes seems to take forever. And then eventually they're at 1 minute, and the marshals are counting down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then the boom of the cannon. Your heart is beating, and you rush across the field, and you collide with that opposing force, and then it's chaos. Bodies are flying, sticks are swinging, and then you forget about the fear, and you're just trying to stay alive. And the great thing, of course, is that unlike in the real world, when you fall down, you get to get back up, go back to the other side, and start again.
Because here, death is temporary. An entire battle could be fought before lunch. And for a few weeks, you can be whoever you want to be.
Every single person in the SCA can be a hero. And in our modern world, we need that inspiration, that ability in some small way to be a hero. It refreshes our souls.